What's up, Couscous Empire? Here today with a Hyperbolic gameplay video where we show off 3 games in 15 minutes. I recently did a deck profile of Soul Striker and now it's time to show it off to you guys and see how it plays out. So let's go. First match, we are up against Vegex. Vegex is an early game pressure leader and one of the weaknesses of this Soul Striker deck. The way to beat it is to survive early game attacks, outvalue them, and then stabilize. I keep a Saiyan Instincts in my hand because I will be using it defensively to protect my life early, then using the 2 energy to gain some value and hopefully stabilize the board. It's my opponent's turn 1 and he mills a Boo, and now I know this is the Boo variant of Vegex. I am not too familiar with this deck, so I try to protect my life as much as I can, pitching the Saiyan Instincts. It's my turn 2 and I swing with leader to draw. I use the Saiyan Instincts because I don't think he could be too aggressive on his turn 2, and I'll take some hits, but I probably won't die. My opponent taps 1 energy to play a Unison, allowing his 1-drop Haruharu to have 15k double strike. He then puts in the power to his attack and dumps his Boo chain in the drop area. I have to take this hit because I don't have an efficient way to stop it. He swings with Vegeta to add some extra pressure, and this is an easy block for me, so I pitch Obuni. I want to keep my life high because this Boo chain is about to wreck me. I Zamasu super combo the 2-drop Boo to once again alleviate some damage, but the attacks just won't stop. He goes up the Boo chain, and at this point I tell myself we are probably gonna awaken at 4 life, which is not the best spot to be in as Soul Striker. He gets his boss card out and I combo out to stop the damage. I'm in a tough spot as blue because my opponent has a wide board and a high life count. These are both the weaknesses of Soul Striker as I don't have an efficient way to wipe his board, nor do I have explosive damage to end the game in a single turn. Finally, after all the attacks, it is my turn. I charge a dead card that won't be used this game. Unfortunately, I don't have a turn 3 play, I didn't see my Unison, so I choose to clear some of his board and leave some energy open up for defense. My opponent begins the turn by swinging with the 6-drop Boo. I really wish I had a Unison in play so I could prospect, but I don't want to tap out by paying 3 energy for him because I'm really scared right here. So I play an early hatch and end his turn. If I had a Unison in play and was able to play Heroic Prospect while having 1 energy open, I 100% would have, letting me save Baby Hatch for another turn. So it's really unfortunate that I don't have a turn 3 Unison play right here. It's back to my turn, and my opponent has a white board with still 7 life, and I barely have anything. I need to find a way to somehow stabilize the game by removing his board. So I use my Baby Hatch and I attack into his Boo, hoping 40k is enough to kill it. Unfortunately, my opponent combos out and protects his Boo. At this point, my opponent has 4 energy to work with, a big old board, and I am in lethal range. My opponent goes and does everything possible to end my life, and he succeeds in it. The early game pressure and keeping a high life, it's a disaster for Soul Striker. Let's move on to game 2. Next up is another aggressive leader, the Green Machin Vegeta. The first couple turns are just both of us building up. His turn 2, he plays a Vegeta that has 15k double strike. I want to keep my life count high as I know this deck brings in a lot of double strike attacks and possibly can end you in 1 turn. I negate the first attack with Meteor, giving me a body on board to combat his low life count and keep energy open for another negate. My opponent brings out the Boo card via his field spell and KOs my Meteor, and now he has a decent amount of attacks that are about to come through. I negate the leader swing because it is a 20k attack, and I want to use my Zamasu super combo to block 1 attack and rest mode another as efficiently as possible. Since my opponent pumped up the Majin Buu attack, I have to take this one and go down to 4 life. I finally used Zamasu super combo to block an attack and rest mode a double striker. My opponent brings out the big Boo chain and I have very little to do here, so I have to take these swings. At this point, I just go down to 1 life and it's looking really bad right now. It's my turn and I do my turn 3 play, which we want to do at 8 life, not 1. But I still get to draw some cards and hopefully I could stabilize somehow. It's his turn, and now that I have my Unison, I play Trunks' Heroic Prospect, forcing him to pitch 2 if he wants to swing with that Majin Buu. My opponent could have swung with Majin Buu first, but he kind of made a misplay. He swings again, and I Dimension Magic again to untap energy, so I don't tap out when I play another Heroic Prospect. I have to negate everything here, as his hand is bigger than mine, and that means more combo power, and I'm really scared of dying right now. My opponent plays Demigor Unison and swings with Leader. Once again, I Trunks, now forcing him to pitch 4 cards if he decides to swing with that Majin Buu. He swings with Unison, and I Dimension Magic once again. I want him to swing with that Majin Buu to pitch 4, but if he does, I will negate it, and I get lots of value that way. I can't let a battle happen because I'm too afraid of his combo power and his hand size. He plays a Vegeta, and I Trunks it back simply to make Trunks act as a pseudo negate. No battles for you, man. I negate the Dodoria too, why not? So now he is faced with a dilemma. He either swings with the Majin Buu and pitches 4 cards, but what if I have a negate? Then he wastes 4 cards. Then if I don't negate, what if I have more combo power? So he thinks really hard about it, and he decides to pass. It's my turn, and the fact that he passed and has a Demigor Unison tells me he has Dormant Potential. Dormant Potential is a really strong card, but it does not negate the attacks. I need to get a single strike off and a double striker to go off and win the game. So I swing with my Unison and decide to combo up a little bit. He takes the hit at 25k, which was very ballsy of him. I was really shocked at this point. Now I know that I could give my leader double strike and swing for game. So I get as much cards as I can and do my Unison effect to give my leader 15k plus double strike. It's time to swing and pray. My final attack is enough and I steal this game that honestly should have been an L. Moving on to game 3. Playing against Random Ant, who inspired me to play Soul Striker and is an expert Invoker player. The first few turns we just do our standard openers, nothing new or nothing fancy. Turn 3 is kind of where this game starts going. I made sure I keep as many negates as I can to be ready for an Apex Victory Strike dropping on me. Finally, I get to play against a non-aggro deck, which means I get the best turn 3 awakening play in the game. Baby Unison, draw 1, awaken, draw 2, leader swing, draw 1, untap 2. It's basically a turn 3, draw 4, untap 2 play. No leader can do this right now. Turn 4, I swing with my Unison first and he topos. This is a misplay on my part as I should have swung with the leader first. I don't have a turn 4 play, so I pass. I also make sure to keep my life total up high so I can't get burned to death either by Catastrophic Blow. So I'm trying to cover both of Invoker's win conditions, the burn and the victory strike. My turn 5, I don't have a solid battle card to drop, so I just do my Baby Unison ultimate to give my leader 15k double strike. I expect Invoker to negate this pressure, which allows me to play the Golden Ape counter. Random Ant plays a Royal Condemnation, which gets rid of my ape, but my leader swing still goes through for 30k double strike, which puts in some pressure onto him and makes him waste some cards. I pass turn with a ton of unused energy. It's very unfortunate to miss a 4-drop battle card. That Obunian energy is totally staring me down right now. Random Ant starts playing Catastrophic Blows, and at this point, I'm a bit scared. I'm kind of scared that he's gonna burn me down from 7 life to 0. I don't know if it's even possible, but he might do it. But he later drops an Apex of Power, which shuts down all my effects except for my extra cards. It's an easy negate on the Apex. I survive his turn, and now I feel like I have a shot to end the game while he is at 4 life, all tapped out. I charge Zamasu Super Combo to get a yellow energy, and Energy Exhaust is negated because of Apex. I swing with my Unison at 15k and he takes the hit, but why? He has 6 cards in his hand, why would he go from 4 to 3 so easy? It must mean because his hand is dead. I swing with my leader and he takes that as well. So now I think of the best way to play battle cards and just swing one at a time, hoping to end the game. I used the yellow energy to play Goku hit and Senzu beat him up, untapping my yellow energy again in case I want to play the monster super combo and swing with that. He goes down to 1 again on my battle card swing. Now this is an easy decision for me. I just replay another baby unison and swing for game. And as expected, Invoker's hand was dead and we were able to kill him. That is our Hyperbolic gameplay video for today. I still think Soul Striker is one of the best decks out there that is heavily underplayed. Hope everyone enjoyed this video. If you would like to see more of my content, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the Couscous Empire. I stream weekdays on Twitch with live gameplay where I play against many viewers, so come by and hang out sometime. See you then.